What up, y'all? Conscious one coming back at you. Hold on, guys. Let me put the windows up because I want to talk about something. Okay, guys. So before this should only be about 5 minutes. I'm not going to go into this too much. Okay, guys. Because people are allowed to believe what they want to believe. Okay. And also, to the people who are listening to this, who may take it personal that I'm talking about them, understand that I'm just simply, whether you want to take it as an opinion or a fact, it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to tell people how it is. Okay. So we got people out here, guys, under different forms of, uh, religious sects or religious or thought forms, mind forms. Some people, they want to say God's name is Yeshua, or you're supposed to be reading this book and only this book or this set of scriptures or this set of scriptures. I just heard an individual say there's no power in Islam, but there's only power. And see, guys, don't be tempted into being narrow-minded about things. Knowledge is fragmented. Bobby Hemmett talks about this all the time. And this is why you guys keep hearing me mention other people's names, because nothing that I'm speaking of is coming from emotion. I'm telling you what the scholars and the real, master teachers, ascended masters have taught us. You cannot just get the truth from Islam. You cannot just get the truth from Hebrew Israelite. You cannot just get the truth from reading the Torah. You cannot say that God's name is this name and this is the only name and no other. No. See, right there, you're already, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Now, the individuals who do that, I have a feeling that they know they're not right for doing that. Okay, you got people out here who want to say the tarot card readers are bad, or because you like crystals, you believe in the power of crystals, healing crystals and stuff like this. That's bad. Guys, people who, you it's very narrow-minded to say that you believe in God and all this stuff that God can do, but then you say, well, those tarot card readers and those people who like crystals, they're not doing right. See, you're being just like the people who we're trying to fight against. Because, see, knowledge is fragmented. That means you got different pieces of knowledge all over the world. You can read I don't care if you're Jehovah's Witness, Islamic, Hindu, Buddhist, Christian. The truth, the knowledge is fragmented, guys. You can get truth out of all that. And there's a good side and a dark side to everything. Okay? Some people, you could say, well, it's dangerous to drive cars. You shouldn't drive cars because, there are machines that can kill people. Well, is that going to stop you from driving a car? No. So, people who just want to come with this is the way and this is the only way, you're very narrow-minded. Okay? And you're not gonna sit here and speak that way without me saying something about that. Islam, first of all, there's an exoteric meaning and esoteric behind everything. I've already explained before that the front side of the tree, a light and a dark side. There's a front side and a back side to everything. In Islam, the so-called dark side doesn't mean evil. See, people got this shit all fucked up, man. They're still thinking with the mindset that if Santa Claus comes down your chimney and you've been a good boy, good girl, that's that same narrow-minded way of thinking that we were taught as children. Okay, that you got to do it this way in order to receive presents from Santa. Okay. Now, I believe personally that human beings do not have evil in them. They have to allow something to get in them to turn a certain way. God did not make at least his people, okay, the wheat are incapable of like going out and doing evil. I actually believe that the evil, excuse me, the weak, they're not they're just simply not capable of going out and doing evil unless they allow some corrupt spirit to get inside them to do that type of stuff. But anyway, guys, I don't like when people start talking about tarot card readers, and see, that's that same, you're being judgmental. That's that same narrow-minded thinking that we have to get away from, that I have fought all my life to get away from, that same narrow-minded thinking. If I stayed to that frame of mind, I'll be in some kingdom hall with the Jehovah's Witnesses singing psalms to Jehovah right now. If I had stayed in that, I would have never got at that shit. It's that same line of thinking that, oh, you're cursing, you're bad. Or it's the same line of thinking, oh, you don't have longer dreadlocks than me, so I'm more holier than you. Or I dressed, in a dashiki and you're wearing jeans, I'm more righteous. It comes from that same narrow-minded thinking. It all comes from the same place. I don't know why people feel the need to lift themselves up to say my way is the only way. I don't think you guys, I haven't got 3,600 videos. I don't think not once have you guys ever heard me say this is the way and this is the only way. Y'all already know what I know. I've already talked about who God is and how he comes about, how he manifests himself in the form of human beings. But there's people, guys, that actually get offended. They'll rather believe in a ghost spell, which means gospel. They believe in ghosts. They don't believe that God can actually manifest himself through a human being. And then if you talk like that, people will say you blasphemous or you into polytheism. But they cannot prove that their monotheistic God is real. They can't prove it. And they don't have no basis to prove it other than looking up some scriptures and saying this is the way, and if you don't believe this way, that's not the way. That don't come from my line of thinking at all. You guys know how I feel about Islam and Allah. You guys know there are other Islamic people who believe I'm crazy too. All these divisions, you see how they use everything, guys, to divide? You got Jehovah's Witnesses that believe they better than other Jehovah's Witnesses. Why? I don't know. Maybe because they put more hours out in field service than another Jehovah's Witness. This is a very childish way of thinking, guys, when people keep judging other people to raise themselves up to look like what they're saying is right. And as far as the tarot card readers, some people who talking stuff about tarot cards, well, do you play with playing cards? Do you play this game or that game? Because that's where it all comes from, is tarot cards. If you're playing cards, spades, all any other stuff. We got to get out of this childlike mindset of, good and bad. Okay? Because it's just like, I don't know, man. It's just it kind of triggers me when I hear people talk like that. My way is the only way. Because I have every reason to tell you guys that my way is the only way, especially on how much I've leveled up coming from where I come from. I can totally be narcissistic and say, guys, if you don't do what I do and believe in what I believe, you're fucked. Guys, do I ever tell y'all that? I always tell y'all that it's about your heart. It's not about what God. I don't care if you don't believe Elijah Muhammad was God in person. It doesn't matter. It don't matter if you believe Yeshua is God. It don't matter if you believe Yahweh is you got people talking about, no, don't say Yeshua. It's the exact pronunciation is Yahweh. You see how this, and technically Yahweh comes from is a demiurge based on my teaching. Well, we're not talking about Yahweh the demiurge. We're talking about Yeshua, the one and only true God. Well, how do you know? You see what I'm saying, guys? You got to get out of that childlike mindset. What did I tell you guys? I told y'all can believe whatever the hell you want as long as you practice in righteousness, you don't have ulterior motives, and you don't serve two masters, then you should be well on your way to evolving. Okay? Not once have I ever told you guys you need to be in this Bible. You need to only read the Quran. You need to only believe in Allah. You need to, if you don't believe Elijah Muhammad was God in person, then you're fucked. Guys, have I ever, all I told y'all was that your heart will be put on that scale, and if it's not light as a feather, you're not gonna be able to advance to those higher dimensions. Now, guys, if that's not the truth, then what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because the real Bible comes from what is the name? Gnosticism. All that stuff comes from man, I can't, come on, man. I can't think right now. I'm trying to think, what is the name? Oh my God. Y'all, I hate when that happens, man. You know exactly what the hell, as soon as you put on the video, you like, you can't even fucking remember. I was just talking about where the Bible actually comes from. It comes, oh, the Book of the Dead, right, which is in, an Egyptian. But if you bring Egyptian, all those Egyptians were bad. First of all, people don't even know what the word Egypt means. Egypt means slavery. People don't even know what the hell they're talking about, man. When they come up and try to judge other people, they don't even know they don't even know they asked from the hole in the ground, telling other people what they should be believing in. They don't even know what the shit comes from. They don't even know the origin of it. So people, I'm telling you right now, the people who keep saying that this way is the only way, you're absolutely wrong. Stop putting tarot card readers and people who buy crystals, and stop putting all that shit in the same basket with all the other wicked people. See, and that's like, it's almost like a form of jealousy too. When I hear people come off like that, there's some kind of resentment that people have when they want to sit there and tell somebody, this is the only God and this is the only way, and Christ is the most powerful word. There's no other powerful word. Come on, man. First of all, Christ comes from within. That comes from within. So who are we to judge somebody else on how they should believe? Because the true Christ is not an individual. It's an attainment. It's an anointment that you can get, raising yourself up to a higher vibration. So then people say, well, I don't believe in that new age teaching. When you're talking about Christ, which is Christos, that's in the new age stuff too. I'm not going to tolerate people going out. I see people going out here on the side and saying things, slick things, to try to counteract something that I may be talking about. And it doesn't make any sense. I don't like people who say this is the way and this is the only way. You're not making any sense. You're still coming from that childlike mindset of, you know, how you think when you're young, when you're a child. That's why you feel the need to talk about tarot card readers and people who use crystals and this and that. Come on, man. Come on, man. Even Elijah Muhammad's, I believe it's his ex-wife, Tainetta Muhammad, even she talked about the power of crystals and the vibration that certain crystals carry. You made yourself look silly by talking about crystals and tarot card readers. Like, why do you feel like you have to put somebody else down to raise yourself up? Doesn't make any sense. It's like, just stay in your lane. Don't start to see everything, and what you're saying is on point, but you need to stay in your lane. Don't go outside of your lane and start talking about what other people are doing to raise you. Don't do that. You're wrong for that. Doesn't make any sense. You shouldn't be doing that. That's not your job to do that. Very narrow-minded. So guys, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Y'all who understand what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. Only when your heart, that's all that matters, is where your heart is. But if you're still out here talking about my way is the only way, and you want to jump on people talking about tarot card readers and crystals, you still got some things to learn.